Welcome to our channel. In this lesson, we'll be talking about 5 most common mistakes in written English. The learners of English across the globe, from the initial stage to advanced stage, make mistakes in written English. In spoken English, some mistakes can be neglected by the audience, but when it comes to writing, one needs to be very careful. These mistakes make a very negative impression on the reader. The reasons of the mistakes could be many. What the learners need to do is to pay careful attention whenever they try to write something. This will really help them to improve their writing skills, which will surely pave the way for overall linguistic proficiency. In this video, we'll try to clear the air about the 5 common mistakes in written English. Actually, these 5 mistakes need a detailed discussion, but let me draw your attention to the very basic mistakes which is mostly ignored by the learners of English language. Please watch the video till the end to understand the concepts properly. So, let us start the video. Number first, full stop or period. Well, everybody knows about the use of this punctuation mark. Some would say that it's as simple as ABC. But there are some learners who think that a common comma will do instead of a full stop. But remember, full stop marks the end of a declarative statement, and comma cannot replace full stop. This punctuation mark seems so commonplace, and we tend to make mistakes while using it. It's much more than a simple punctuation mark. Let us see how. If we look at these statements, I reached college at 10 a.m. So the full stop has been used at a.m. Oh my God. This is used for emphasis or dramatic effect in informal writing. Full stop is also used in abbreviations like AM, PM, EG stands for example, Gracia, etc. IE stands for id est. Time abbreviations are used in small letters in British and American English. On social media posts or comments, people use 3 or more full stops, which is incorrect. Let's move to the next point. Ampersand. This symbol is not acceptable in formal writing. Some learners make use of ampersand whenever they write without realizing the context in which it's used. They confuse ampersand with and they don't see any logical difference between the two. Ask some people about it. You'll notice that 9 out of 10 learners of English language don't know the real difference between the two. And the person who used it correctly feels like a round peg in a square hole. Let's try to clear the doubts. Say, don't replace and with and in informal writing. Ampersand is used in company names like Crown and Co. This is the name of a company. It's also used in titles of creative works. For example, the Writers of Guild of America uses an to denote 2 writers collaborating on a specific script. Let's move on to the next point. Apostrophe. Apostrophes confuse many writers of English. However, by learning some simple rules, you'll be able to use apostrophes with greater ease. The apostrophe is used either to indicate a possession, implying ownership, or a contraction in the place of letters. In English, it's used for the following purposes, like in contractions, don't. Do not has been contracted into don't. So we make use of apostrophe. In possessive case, Shakespeare's Hamlet. So this is a book or this is a play which belongs to Shakespeare. So possessive case. If a name ends with S, now here you will see the different uses of apostrophe. If a name ends with S, Keats's poetry or Keats's poetry, you can see that apostrophe has been used in both these names. Both are correct, but one need to stick to either of the two. The teacher's staff room. Here in this sentence, the staff room is owned by multiple staff members. So it has different function here. The teacher's staff room. Here in this sentence, the staff room is owned by one teacher. So you noticed that most of the students make mistakes while making use of apostrophe. Let's move on to the next point. Articles. There are two types of articles. Definite article the and indefinite article a and an. The is used to refer to specific or particular nouns. A and an are used to modify non-specific or non-particular nouns. Let's have a look at a few sentences. So the examples are, let us read the book. It means we are talking about the specific book. Let us read a book. We are talking about any book other than the specific book. Next instance would be a bike. So a is used before common nouns. An icicle. So icicle starts with a vowel letter. So an is used here. A university. Now here is an exception because the word starts with U sound. So that's why we did not make use of an university. We write a university because the name stands with U. A 100 rupee note. The word starts with wa sound. That's why we made use of a here. Let's move to the next point. Uncountable nouns. An uncountable noun is a noun such as furniture, music, health, or happiness that has no plural form and is not a singular noun because uncountable nouns have no singular or plural form. They cannot be used with a, an, many, few, several, etc. Let's have a look at following examples. He gave me an advice. So this is incorrect. An advice. We cannot say an advice. The correct form would be he gave me some advice. Next instance would be he gave me many advices. This is again incorrect. The correct form is he gave me a lot of advice. So I hope this short video would have benefited you. So don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.